Hi, thanks for checking out another episode of this series I'm still trying to name. Um, as of this point, it still doesn't have a name, but then. Um, so, as you can see by the title, I'm about to explore the 5 reasons why African youth just might not fix Africa like we think we will. It it wasn't clickbait. It's actually a serious topic, but I'm going to talk about 5 or 6, 7, a few reasons why African youth don't care about Africa and the impact of us not caring about Africa. So, without talking too much, let's see what I've been able to dig up so far. Number one, your parents didn't care. Our parents raised us to care about ourselves and leave the rest to God. And those of us whose parents cared about Africa didn't even know how to fix Africa. So here we all are, zero fucks given. No one cares, and those who care are just tiny. I mean, everyone worries, but no one actually cares. If you get what I mean. So number two, we're scared of the government. The African government has various African governments have proven to be very brutal in eliminating anyone who speaks up against them. It varies depending on the country you're in, but then the process is basically the same across all, most of the countries. They see you talking back at them as you define their power, and they think of their presidency like a chieftaincy, like they see themselves to be kings and chiefs. And this is not just the president. This is, this goes across all leadership positions. I remember this video that circulated in Ghana a couple of years ago, where this politician who was a member of parliament or something, was giving a speech, and someone was like, "Oh, chia." If you're talking about something you find important, and you hear someone in the background like, "Chia." Obviously, you get what it means. So he heard that sound and he immediately got pissed off and started shouting, do you know who I am, and all of that stuff. That's how African leaders are. They don't, if you speak out, they see their positions to be like godliness, and you should consider yourself lucky to interact with them. So it's kind of like you cannot win against an African leader. They are the law, period. I mean, that's how they see themselves. Number three, we all believe Africa won't solve our problems. And that's not a lie. We've grown to accept that if we work hard enough on our problems and focus on ourselves and put in the work and put in the effort and follow all the hard-working rules, we'll be sorted. Fuck Africa. Africa wouldn't solve my problems. Step 4.4. Why go through all the risk of trying to fix Africa when you could just move to the UK or the US or Europe or something? I mean, I've met many Ghanaians here in the UK who now call themselves Italians. You can tell that they are born and bred in Ghana, but they'll tell you they were born and bred in Italy, and I go like, okay. And it's not uncommon. It's very popular in, I'm sure, other Western countries. When you meet a Ghanaian who's been able to acquire foreign citizenship, they say they are no more Ghanaians or they are no more African. Fuck Africa. Because why go through the trouble of fixing Africa when you could just go to somewhere that's already fixed, huh? So number 5, there are the people who go like, Africa. Why fix Africa? I mean, half Africa, only God can save Africa. What are you saying? That those people as well. The ones who have given up and say, without God, Africa has no. I'm sorry about that sound. It's, I should have muted this. I really should have muted this. Finally, there are the ones who go like, what do you mean fix Africa? The political party I voted for and it's who is currently in power has currently won, and they are doing things in my country. They are building roads, building schools, building, hospitals. They are fixing my country, so they are fixing Africa. So these are the 6 different mindsets that African youth have today. Either they just can't be bothered, because their parents didn't care, so they've been taught to not care, or they are too self-absorbed. Why worry about sorting Africa? Africa wouldn't sort my problems out. Or why worry about sorting Africa where you can move abroad? Or the government is going to kill me if I try to do anything. Or only God can save Africa. Did I spit on myself? I didn't. Thank goodness. That would have been so gross on video. I forgot I could actually cut these things out. Let's move on. Or, the ones who think Africa is actually being fixed because of some one or two steps. These can be considered as reasonable, reasons. But then, as I was doing this research, I realized that this is all just excuses. I mean, the only actual threat, I would say, is the government coming at you. And even with that, the government wants to look good in the eyes of their foreign investors and foreign allies. That's just by the way. Well, back to the point at hand. With this mindset, African youth have ultimately given up on the continent, and we're all having different excuses. I can't be bothered, it would kill me, all of those things I just listed right now. But, and what does this say for our continent? What it says is that Africa is fucking doomed. There is no hope. The reason why I made this video was because of Ghana's recent election. You'd hear me talk about Ghana a few times because I'm Ghanaian, and Ghana's information kind of gets to be a lot. Recently, Ghana's election 2020, December 2020, I saw people within my age group have the opportunity to vote, and everyone in Ghana complains that the politicians are corrupt and all of that. And I kind of hoped that millennials, my generation, would at least be more reasonable. This is not to insult anyone's decision, just hear me out. Will be more reasonable with addressing the nation's problem. Like, we've always complained that the nation these politicians are corrupt and all of this. We know these things. Why would we take the path that gets us to accept that politics needs to be a place of corruption? If you want to make free money, you either start a church or join politics. Why accept that reality rather than say pick a third or fourth political party? Because there are several political parties, and these third and fourth options that show up on the ballot, on the papers, I mean, not numerically on the ballot box. I'm talking about the first and second options are obviously the dominant two political parties. But then there's also the third one, the fourth one, people who are as tired as you of the of Ghana's problems and actually want to solve it. And they want to solve it, but for some reason you just didn't vote for them, and those ones were getting 0 point something percent of the national vote. It would have been satisfying to see maybe 5%, 10%. I mean, I would have complained less if those political parties had 10% or some 5% of votes, but then they got decimal points, 0 point something percent of national vote. Does that mean we are following the footsteps of our parents and we wouldn't think for ourselves? Or does that mean we are actually thinking for ourselves and we think these two main political parties will fix our problems for us? And that is the reason why I made this video. I mean, I was trying to answer this question to myself, and I had to figure out how people like me, people within my age group, Africans within my age group think. And this is the reality I came to find. So we have high hopes, we have high expectations of what Africa would become when our generation takes the lead. But the reality on the ground is not as promising as the expectations we have in our minds or on paper. Okay, I was just going to continue ranting. I'm going to end this video here. Um, I don't want you to know me as the person with a negative with a negative vibe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I already started this a few hours ago. I'm going to continue working on the next research, which showcases Africans like you and me, millennials, who are actually taking the lead in fixing Africa, and how they're doing it. And hopefully by seeing these people's experiences, oh my god, what was I saying? We could adjust our thinking to the fixing mindset and start fixing things rather than accepting them and joining our parents in their whatever they were doing. Thanks a lot for watching. This is my shortest video so far, so kudos to me, I guess. Thanks for watching again. If I'd like to hear your opinions, obviously. Yeah, fun fact, the first YouTube comment I ever got was the word nonsense, and he was saying nonsense to a point I made, even though he hadn't watched the video I had made. But then yeah, kudos to me, that was my first comment, so yay to that. I'd like to hear your opinions as well. Let me know what you think about this, and if you think despite this mindset, or in spite of all this negative mindset, we would actually come up on top, then I would like to hear how you think we would pull that off. If you think I'm wrong, also I'd like to hear you say that, yeah, you are wrong, you stupid asshole. This is the fucking truth, this is the fucking lie. I'd like to hear you tell me that as well. And thanks for watching. Leave a like and share it with your friends, obviously, if you think it's worth sharing. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button twice. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye. Bye.